Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And away we go at the link. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. They go play action. It's Mahomes. Taking a shot. Deep down the field it goes. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Yellow. Easy.
3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. So it's going to be 4th and short. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Mahomes to throw for it. That's cut beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Headed out right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Attack!
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he's able to get this down to the 36. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. Offense up to the line fast. From the 29. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
Yellow! Attack!
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short.
Yellow.
They'll go. It's Mahomes. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Flushed out. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yellow.
Trying again, following the sack. Hauled in by Worthy. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We'll return to the link right after this. 2nd quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Chiefs. Pacheco. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. Offense in the hurry up here. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. He's up. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Chiefs get the game's first points here in the 2nd. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Reed now to kick this one away. Josh Downs to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out! Oh, the fumble jumps out of bounds. What a break there for the offense. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Colts. Now he'll throw off the play fake. On target to his man Taylor. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
From the 47. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down. He'll throw it yet again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Motioning the tight end now. 2nd and 10 now. Forced out to his right. This one finds Taylor. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. It's the Colts looking at 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
Man in motion here. Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. It's an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts earn the chance to tie it before halftime. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now, probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds his man, it's Worthy. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Working quickly here.
Attack!
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Chased out to his right. He's running with it. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. Escapes a defender. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Juju Brents with a pick. Wanted to hit his tight end there, but a defender anticipated it, got a hand on it, and it is picked off.
Yeah, I think this defenses today have figured it out. There's a lot of good tight ends, and they can be mismatch makers, so you better have an awareness and coverage of where those tight ends are. This defense did. And boy, what a big play to take that ball away.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They go play action here. He puts some juice on it deep, and there's a man there. It's intercepted. Justin Reed has the INT. And the Chiefs get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Here's Mahomes now. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back to throw Mahomes. Cut near the goal line. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. All right, so this solid first half continues for Brock. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. You always preach about coming out strong, and they've been the ones dictating the tempo. As a result, they add to their lead.
Hey, 57, 57.
Back to the air, Mahomes. On the move, headed right, and he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Returnable from the 2. They've got 1st down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Buys time, rolling right. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll be touched down after a big play. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. To throw here on 1st down. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
One final shot before halftime. A massive shot towards the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Fielded at the 7. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He's on the move. He's looking deep once again. They connect on the deep shot. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
From the 37. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Now, that's a nice job by the defense, Kate, to actually use the 12th defender, and that is the sideline. That throw didn't give the receiver enough real estate to establish possession, and the defense understanding how to use the boundary.
Taylor with the first and then some. And he's going to get it down to the 18-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll be first down, Colts. Working inside the red zone. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Back now, pressure on its way. Intercepted in the end zone. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off. And the Chiefs will gain possession up beyond their own 20 after a nice return. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Hey, Ridway.
Run from Pacheco to start the half. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Quiddy Pay there to take him down.
Hey, 43.
Offense up to the line fast. Back to Pacheco here on 2nd. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Yellow.
First down, and they go right back to him. This is ahead for about 5. Play made by E.J. Speed. Offense in the hurry-up here.
43.
It's Pacheco again. Jukes one defender. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Working quickly here. They'll go back to Pacheco on 1st. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Off play action, it's Mahomes. As the open man downfield. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs push their lead further to start the half. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14. Reed now to kick this one away. Downs on the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. This is the end of the third quarter. It's the Colts ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. They'll try and throw it here. He gets a lot behind one. Deep downfield. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right, just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody.
Yeah.
And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Fire on these two. Fire on these two.
Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
The Chiefs looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes Matt Araiza to handle it. Oh, and it's a fake. Punter with the football. Went for it on the fake, but he couldn't connect with his man. Incomplete. And the fake punt is not going to keep things going, Brock. He winds up short. They're going to turn this football over on downs.
A lot of these punters back in the day, well, they used to be quarterbacks back in high school. Not anymore. Those glory days long gone, and the arms just don't have quite the touch they used to. It was a dangerous call choosing to pass it, and it sure backfired there.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Let's go.
On the counter, it's Taylor. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Ready?
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Ready? Break.
Pittman, the man in motion left. They'll throw on 3rd and long. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs take over once again after forcing his 4th interception of the night. Well, just when you think things can't get any worse, Brock, I am not sure what you call it, because I don't think I've ever called it 4 straight drives ending in an interception.
Oh, as a former QB, Kate, I know exactly what to call this. A nightmare! 4 pick games are a rarity, and you never see it happen on consecutive drives. And at this point, listen, hey, offense coordinator, play caller, run the ball. And I mean run the ball.
And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Hey, 57, 57.
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes bails out of the pocket quick. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Man in motion out of the slot. 3rd down, it's Mahomes. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Mahomes to throw for it. He connects downfield on 4. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Mahomes on 1st and 10. He rolls to his right. He can run it. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Hey, 43, 15.
Slot man motioned over. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Hauled in by Worthy. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Hurry up offense now as time runs down.
43.
Completes this one to Rice. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Yellow.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Finds his man. It's Worthy. And this one doesn't go far. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
Another throw for Mahomes. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. So on fourth down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. From the right hash, about 45 yards out.
We got ourselves a 3-score game now after that make. It's got to feel like it's going to just about do it with any hopes of a comeback still smoldering. I think these kickers enjoy those opportunities, Kate, to be the one to kick this lead out of range.
Reed now to kick this one away. Fields the hard squib kick. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. They're going play action. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Desperation time here on 4th. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Big gain downfield. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they pick him off again. Joshua Williams has it. And the Chiefs take it away once again. The 5th time they've intercepted in this game. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback.
Oh, he's in trouble, and he'll go down. The Colts got him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. So score this a win for the Chiefs.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Here's the former Utah Ute Matt Gay to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Britton Covey going to bring it out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Hurts throwing right away. Rolling to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Zaire Franklin. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Flacco. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards for number 11.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage. And that changes things a little bit because against man. In a tight curl, sharply run route. Again, zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Barely got that snap off. Flacco now. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Setting up to throw, Flacco. He's got his man. It's Pierce. So the completion good for 7 there. And 3rd and 8 now.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
They go pass again with Flacco. Touchdown! Kylan. From 6 yards away. And the Colts take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I notice his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. But no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets. They don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here. Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Misdirection's the key on this play. They line up with 3 receivers to the opposite side of the tight end, and they're all going to work their way across the field and let the tight end slip underneath against flow the other way. They're banking that he can get lost, and that's exactly what happened as they pick up a first down.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Second and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? And he's got Pierce. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. The toss here completed to Pittman. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. Only took him 3 plays, and they're already in the red zone, just like that.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day, they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Flacco. That's complete right around the 8. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Play action, Flacco. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Once more, it's Flacco. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Shane Steichen, aggressive as a play caller. He's going to go for 2 here. Flacco looking to throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Throwing is Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked up by Juju Brents. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
He'll let one go deep for downs. And got his man complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Downs, 87 yards. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And that's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Here's Hurts to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Hurts. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Back to throw now on first down. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll set up a throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 20.